heard another nigga think that that's liberation, and baby, I want it.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey.
Okay, so hi, I'm Jenny Arras. Yay! Okay, all right, so I wrote a speech, y'all. I got fired up. Okay, so let's talk about why we're here, okay? So, lovely Calla introduced me. I'm a mom, an educator, a Latina, an activist, and a candidate for Mobile County Commission District 3. But today, I'm here as a woman, right? With all of you, because I am a woman who sees what is happening around us and is done. It's enough, right? We live in a world where misogyny and racism and white supremacy has been normalized for far too long. And this world says to women, whatever you do, ladies, don't challenge white patriarchy. Don't challenge white supremacy. Don't take up too much space in this world. And to that, what do we say? We say, to honor the life and legacy of our beloved and notorious RBG, we say, I dissent. Let me hear y'all say it. I dissent. Okay. And so today, we are here for a lot of reasons. We are here because we have a raging misogynist in the highest office in our nation. We are here because he has called women horse faces and pigs and nasty and ugly, and has called our black and brown sisters monsters and told them to come back where they came from, and our migrant ones animals. We are here because he has been accused of sexually assaulting at least 22 women, and he is still the president, y'all. We are here because our bodies are still not entirely our own. And that is why when the President of the United States, he wasn't then, but at the time, said he can grab them, us, by the... That was not disqualifying. We are here because our bodies and our choices about our reproductive health are still being legislated. We are here because our society tells us that 1 in 4 women is raped, and not that some men rape 1 out of 4 women. We are here because we say that women victims of domestic violence are beaten, and not that these men beat their women partners. We are here because even the shape that our language takes places emphasis on us as victims and not on them as perpetrators. Because when it comes to our bodies, we are rendered invisible as agents and rendered visible as victims and objects. We are here because we still ask, what was she wearing? Why was she alone? And not, why would he do that to a woman ever? We are here because we are told we are the problem, the ones who bear not only the violence, but the weight of the solution. Because we hold classes for our women college students on ways that they can avoid being raped and sexually assaulted, when we should be holding them for our young men, teaching them not to rape and sexually assault women. We are here because women are still being punished by their employers for getting pregnant and having children and don't have paid maternity leave. We are here because, like so many other women, I had complications during my second pregnancy, and our youngest son was born prematurely and had to go to the NICU, and I had to take more maternity leave than was expected for my own recovery too. And when I got back to the school where I teach, my director, who was an older white man, told me I was lucky to still have a job. I was lucky. We are here because old white men do not speak for us. We are here because the pandemic jobless women, because the gender pay gap still exists, because our sisters with disabilities are still being denied access to this world, because our black mothers and babies are dying disproportionately during childbirth. Systemic racism is killing them. We are here because our society still discriminates against its LGBTQ communities and disproportionately kills its trans people, particularly its trans women. We are here, thank you. Let's hear it again. We dissent. We are here because the dangerous history of white supremacy and sexism is still showing up in police brutality and targeting communities of color. We are here because we are still crying, say her name. Breonna Taylor is her name. She was killed by systemic racism and never received justice. Kayla Moore is her name. Tay Jefferson is her name. They were killed by systemic racism and transphobia and never received justice. Jacqueline Calmaquin is her name. She was only 7 when she died at the border. She was killed and died at the hands of white nationalism. We are here because when we talk about the sordid racist history of law and order, we should not only disentangle what that looks like in law enforcement, but in our Border Patrol agents. And we are here because if we are being very honest, too many white women perpetuate racism and sexism because they privilege their own whiteness over their gender. And to that, we say, we are here because our migrant sisters are being terrorized in the border and their babies ripped from their arms. Because our undocumented sisters are in hiding, even in our very community. They are scared to come out for the fear of being deported. We are here because we still call humans illegal. We are here because Trump's first Supreme Court pick was accused of sexually assaulting a young woman, and he still got confirmed. His second Supreme Court pick is a woman who, despite all of her academic qualifications and intellectual abilities, still embodies internalized misogyny and is a soldier for white, male, heterosexual patriarchy. And to that, we say...
We dissent.
That was better. That was louder. We are here because black and brown bodies are still criminalized, because our black sisters are exhausted and carrying the weight of history and oppression and the trauma of their bodies having borne so much violence throughout history. Because all of us need to help them carry this weight. We are here because in Alabama, a young girl or a woman who has been raped cannot have an abortion. Because they say that unborn life is sacred, but our lives are not. And to all of that, we say...
We dissent.
Louder! We dissent! And so, let's remember one thing. Women have the power to change this world, y'all. Women are leading this revolution. Women hold up half the sky. And if we commit to binding ourselves together as women in the work of equality and anti-racism and justice, we can change the world.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm almost done. Okay. And so when they call us radical, I want you to say to them, the only thing radical about us is our love. Okay? Love for everyone, for all people. And finally, dissent, persist, and vote. We cannot stress enough the power of this vote, y'all. Because we talk a lot about privilege in this world, right? And we all have some sort of privilege, okay? Whether it's heterosexual to vote, a privilege that has been granted to us that we cannot take it for granted. And so not only do we owe it to those who died and struggled and came before us in our own country for us to exercise this right, but we owe it to all the refugees across the world and around the world who are dying to get here, right? To have a chance at the life that we live, even though we still have so far to go. So vote, y'all. Let's change the